Okay. What's up, guys? So, my husband, Steve, and I are talking about some helpful tips for you guys when you are packing up your homes. I feel qualified to talk about this because I moved across the country when I was in high school a few times. We've moved
their family like five times.
And us,
to Arizona
and us 5 times in the past 2 years.
We're professionals.
So we're basically professionals, and we thought this might be helpful.
Especially if you have a lot of stuff, because we have a lot of stuff. We
don't really have that much stuff.
We have a decent amount of stuff. Like, we have enough to fill a house.
Definitely.
So I'd consider that like a big move, kind of big.
See, I don't like hearing that because I hate having things. I love getting rid of things.
We have stuff we use. Like a lot of stuff that we use every day. But we had to move all that stuff that we use every day from Indiana to here. So this move down the street is gonna be a walk in the park in comparison.
Yes. We are moving literally 30 seconds away. So it's gonna be really tempting to not just pack our cars up and do tons of trips, but I've been in that boat before and it's not very fun. So we are packing as we go. Game plan wise,
you want to figure out what rooms you want to tackle first. So generally you want to do the rooms that you don't use as much. Those are normally easier to pack because a lot of the things haven't moved around and you know what's there, so you can pack those first and kind of get your feet wet with the packing. That's a hard thing to say. But you can tell them how we do it.
Okay, so yeah, that is actually something I didn't think about. Pack up the rooms that you don't use very often first. If you know you're moving, if you know your set move date, I would start 2 to 3 weeks beforehand, depending on how much you have. And what we did, we started with the basement because we're not in the basement too much. So the guest room was the first thing that we started packing. And then we moved on to the office, then the kitchen, then our room. Just in order for what we use most. What we did is pack everything up that we aren't using at the moment. So for kitchen wise, this is a little bit harder, but I'm pretty sure that if you think about all the things you use on a daily basis, leave those things out.
And pack away, if you have multiples of something, maybe leave 2 or 3. So
right.
2 or 3 plates, 2 or 3 cups, and pack that later, because at that point you can just wash stuff by hand, but you don't want to be washing stuff by hand for 3 weeks.
So if you have 10 plates, pack 8 plates and leave 2 out, so that way you can just, when you eat off of it, hand wash it, put it back in the cupboard. That way it just feels nice to have it all done, you know? Just for example, we have the cabinets basically empty, and all we have in here is just things we're using. So that's a great example for you guys to pack up stuff that you're not using, throw them in your bins. One great thing about these bins is when you buy them, you literally have them forever. So instead of wasting a ton of boxes, we've used them for so many different areas of our lives. So if you do end up buying bins at Walmart or Target, it's a great way to use them for the future. So, I mean, we've had these bins for 2 years now, and they always come in handy. You always need a good bin. The example that we were talking about, that Steve was talking about, we have 1 plate and 1 bowl. So if we use it, you just wash it and you put them back up there. That way you're not stressed, and look how beautiful this is. I don't have to worry about a thing in this upper cabinet because it's already packed. We move in a week, and I just feel so good, not rushing, so. Bye.
And the biggest way for us to pack stuff is we like to use, you can use boxes or bins. It's really up to you. The bins are covered. That's a benefit of that. So if you're going cross country, it's almost a need to do. You almost need to get bins that are covered so you can stack them.
Rather than bins that are just open and you're throwing it in your truck.
Yeah. So you can get covered bins. A lot of boxes, the cardboard boxes, have covers on them that you can just cover. But either one of those work, and you literally I would recommend putting as much as you can into bins, because later we're going to recommend a specific method of moving that worked really well for us and saved us the most money, but also helped us moving heavier stuff. And like, I don't know, after moving a lot, like it just is very tiring. The process of moving itself is tiring. So you want to take away, like, if you can, you want to take away the like manual labor of like carrying stuff. So you want to talk about that?
You could go a few ways when you're moving. You can go the professional moving company that literally comes in, packs everything for you, packs up the truck, moves it, but that's gonna cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So at the time we were like, no freaking way, we're not doing that. So we researched the most cost-efficient way, and we found that if you hire movers in your area for like 2 to 3 hours to carry out the heavy stuff, that should be enough time for most people. I mean, if you have a lot more stuff,
especially if you have it
would
in
take
bins.
longer.
If you have it in bins, it surprised us. They were able to like efficiently pack a truck within a few hours. Since, I mean, that was everything in our house. You don't want to, like, a lot of people that I've helped move haven't even like started packing their stuff, and they don't realize how much stuff they have until the day they're moving. So like just like a year ago, I helped a friend move for like, he thought it was going to take 3 hours, and it took 3 days to move everything, because it's just, you don't really take into consideration. So the biggest thing is the prep work, like putting it in boxes and bins.
Right. So for movers, you can look online, say like local movers, and there's generally quite a bit of companies that are just solely moving companies, and I think they charged us $150 to $200 for 3 hours or something like that. So if you guys want to save on money, I would highly recommend to do that. Box up your stuff beforehand, then hire movers to bring it all out into the truck. You want to talk about the truck?
Yes. So you want to, we, for all of our stuff, thought a 20-foot U-Haul would be fine, but we actually ended up using the biggest one possible.
Maybe we do have a lot of stuff.
Well, it goes along with thinking you don't have very much, but there's certain things like you have to take into consideration that some of the stuff that you may have might not be able to be stacked. So we have outdoor furniture that can't be stacked because it would get damaged during a long move. But like if you're moving really short distance, sometimes you can stack that stuff. But the movers that we had recommended like a specific packing method, and they did it, and like our stuff was from Indiana to Denver, and we didn't have anything damaged. So that's one of the benefits of having somebody pack up a U-Haul for you, and then you just drive the U-Haul. It's really, because you pack up your stuff normally the day before you move, so you don't want to like have to pack up your stuff and then be exhausted the next day that you have to drive. You just want to kind of take that responsibility away.
Right. And U-Hauls, honestly, they're not that bad. I think we were looking at an estimate for a company to do everything in terms of moving the boxes into the truck, taking the truck, unloading the truck. I think that was like 10 grand, but the U-Haul, like the 26-foot U-Haul was,
it saved a lot. I think it was
$1,500 bucks,
something like that,
including gas, all the way across the country. So we saved thousands of dollars for packing up our own stuff, hiring local movers, and using a U-Haul.
And if you have a car, you can get like a hitch for your U-Haul and stuff like that if you need to bring an extra car. You can also pay to get it transported, but I think that's like $600 just to, like if you're doing like a long distance move. But yeah, that really worked well for us, just pre-packaging everything. Like really, you're gonna have way more than you expect, so just be ready to make some trips back to wherever you're going to get the boxes. And just make sure you make it pretty organized, like by room, and label the boxes.
Label the boxes. Wrap nice and tight, because I made the mistake of not doing that, and some things did break because I was like, it's gonna be fine, but the truck bounces. Yeah, wrapping paper you can get on Amazon. Really helpful, 1-day shipping. Another helpful thing that we did was we have a sleep number bed, which the moving process of that is very annoying. You have to call someone to take it down and set back up, so it's not readily available for you to use. So what we did was pack everything in the U-Haul, and we left our guest mattress at the very end of the U-Haul, because after our 16-hour drive, it was like 10 p.m. when we got here. So all we needed was a bed to sleep on. So we unpacked the bed.
You put it in the back and let it make it easy to get out.
Yes.
Just in case.
Make the bed easy to get out. That's something that like I wouldn't have thought of. He's very prepared and very organized and plans things well, so that's something he's good at.
If you use movers, you also want to make sure you box your TV. There's specific TV boxes. Any electronics or stuff that's fragile, clearly mark that. You can get like stickers too to put on your boxes, but you're generally there with the movers when they're taking stuff in and out of your house. So you can just let them know like, hey, this is fragile, and they should put it in a place that's safer. But I think that the biggest thing we can recommend is getting those movers, because they pack the truck perfectly. They make the most space, like they utilize the space within the truck better than like I could have ever done myself. They do it every day. Yeah, they're very efficient. And another thing you guys could do, recommendation, is my parents are moving across the country in a couple months, and they're getting a couple pods. So you basically pack up this pod, and then they ship that pod to your home. So that's another great option too. That's something we did not want to do, because I think the pod can take like up to 2 weeks or something to get to you. It might be cheaper than a U-Haul, I'm not too sure. I think it is. Is it? Yeah. So like there's another cheaper option outside of a U-Haul. So I think U-Haul is the way to go, because you have your hands on your stuff. You're gonna be the most responsible with your own things. And when you have the movers and they pack your stuff, when you get to your destination, you have a perfectly packed truck, and then you just hire movers once you get there to unload it for you. And they're like, if your truck is packed well, it's unloaded extremely quickly. Like I think they were done in an hour with all of our stuff. Steve loves the movers. I do. Because it makes his life easy. Guess who's carrying it, if not? And I've had a low back problem for like a year now, so there's no way I'm carrying these heavy furniture. Remember when we tried to bring up that couch? So it's actually the couch we're sitting on, and it comes in pieces. And so we brought it up, and he's like, put it on my back, put it on my back. She wasn't pushing it onto my back. I was terrified. I was gonna scrunch him to the ground like that. I needed it though. So I was like, are you okay? That's probably why my back hurts. And he's like, has this couch on his back walking up our stairs. It was awkward. It's the corner pieces here. There's nowhere to grab. It's like impossible to carry. Yeah, it was a bad situation. Request a new truck, because you can do that. And the new ones have better hydraulic system, and they have upgraded air conditioning units and an auxiliary cord for your phone. Yeah, so which is huge. If you get that, it's quiet, it's comfortable, and it's just way better than those boxy old ones. So request a new one like ahead of time. Right. If you have a scheduled move date, make sure that like they have your truck available, because we ran into a situation where they didn't have ours on the day we needed to move. So make sure that you are gonna have it, and that it's a new truck. And another helpful tip for you guys is, if you haven't used it within a year, really think about giving it away. Give it away, or sell it, to help with the move. There you go. You can make more money off of it. Because if you're not in love with it and you don't use it, you probably should just give it away, and it's gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much lighter. I don't know, there's something about giving it away. Big furniture pieces especially. Like if you don't think it's gonna work in your space, if you're sure it's not gonna work in your space, I'd recommend selling it. But if you think you really like the piece and you don't want to get rid of it, and you think, well, maybe it would work here, bring it with you and then sell it if it doesn't work there. Yeah. But we sold a couple things that Taylor doesn't care we sold. But how do you pack your clothes? So if I'm moving down the street, I would just all of my hangered clothes that are hanging up. Hangered clothes, lay in your car. But if you're moving across the country, just right now I have all the stuff I'm not wearing in bins, packed up. And all the things that I think I'm gonna wear within the next week, they're all still hanging up. So I think that's probably about it, yeah. Still has to pack. Yeah, but I don't take very long. He doesn't. I'm pretty quick. He's quick, he's speedy. I've been cleaning the house because Lily's been sick. Our dog Lily's had worms, so. Yeah, and they didn't know for 3 days. They didn't know. So she's doing way better now, but it was sad. It was sad. Scary.
Scary, sad, insomnia, dirty house. So Steve's been on a rampage, like cleaning like crazy. But yeah, anyways, we love you guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you guys. Let me know. We plan on doing like a empty house tour, a furnished house tour, and we're also moving into a new warehouse for our apparel company this week. We'll see you in the next one. Oh, please be sure to
comment and eat your vegetables, baby.
No, like and subscribe.
Oh yeah, like and subscribe.
We love you. Bye. You gotta touch it.
Maybe. Because I do think it does look like
It does.
Toy Story.
I hate. It does not turn. Did not turn out how I thought.
Look at. Have you ever seen that horror movie, The Secret Window?
Yeah.
That's what you look like.
Or Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Such a murderous man. Hello.
OOTD. We are packing up my closet. We don't move for another week, so we're packing up all the winter stuff right now, and then gonna go through everything and choose some clothes to give away. My favorite thing in the world is to go through my closet and take away things that I don't wear because it distresses me so much. All right. Any takers? Any takers? What do you think? Comment down below. I'm giving that away.
This is so long.
Do you want it?
I don't know. What do you? It's so cold. What do you wear?
I don't know why.
Toss me the hat. You want to give it?
Yeah.
You won't be wearing this.
No. Should I give it away?
Do you ever wear it? You wear it sometimes.
I just feel like I look like the abominable snowman.
Is it comfortable?
Don't you feel like it's like a costume?
Yeah. Call me.
I feel like it is. Like, the arms are too hairy. Look. They're too... It literally looks like a costume.
Well, it's like...
It's weird. It's so good to see you. Get rid of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
What, that? You want me to keep that over that? I think it still fits me. I wore it when I was competing.
Yes, it's stretchy.
You think?
100% would fit you. Put it on if you want. Oh, I could never see you wearing that really.
Okay, these two bags are the bags that I will be donating to someplace in Denver. So I think we did good. We have one bin and hangers. And then we have another bin of stuff I won't be wearing. And then we kind of just kept my closet of things that I could be wearing within the next week because I'm also going to Tulum. Hopefully after we move, but you never know. Life is crazy. So I think we did pretty good.
Slipping from the top, rolling through my higher function, wishing it would stop like I'm pulling through a junction. I can't wrap my mind around all the things you said, messing with my head. I just wanna let the fumes stop the stressing. No, I'm not wrong, but I feel so gone. I just wanna quit guessing. Think I would've learned my lesson. Nah, it ain't depression, but it feel like it always